Ett varningsord, här kan man ibland se sådana där otäcka paddor, så håll ögonen öppna. While we're here, if you look to your right, between the white and yellow building, there is a large wall with some graffiti on it. This is one of the last remaining pieces of the wall they used to surround all of Gothenburg. In the end of the 1600s, Gothenburg used to be the most well-protected city in Europe. Now, if you didn't see the wall, don't worry, after this yellow brick building, look to your right, you'll see the Bastion Carolus Rex, that's what it's called. The last remaining piece. Vi åker förbi bastionen Carolus Rex nu här till höger. Sista delen, en av de sista delarna av muren som står kvar än idag. Muren som brukade omge Göteborgs stad på 1600-talet. But anyways, back to the canals. We didn't really know how to build the canals ourselves. So we actually hired German and Dutch engineers to help us. Danke dafür. So, all the kids in the bus, can you see the giraffes here out on your left hand side? Kan ni se girafferna, alla barn i bussen? Ser ni girafferna? Ja, visst, de stora röda kranarna heter ju såklart Göteborgsgirafferna. Men de används inte längre. De står här för att påminna oss om att det var här Göteborgs hamn brukade ligga en gång i tiden, innan 2014. De har varit under lupp många gånger, riskerat att rivas, men tack vare Volvo och Stena Line så står de kvar än idag. So these large red cranes are called the giraffes of Gothenburg, of course. Now they are no longer in use since 2014. They were threatened to be demolished, but thanks to local companies such as Stena Line and Volvo that stepped in and bought them, they are now a permanent part of the Gothenburg skyline. I mentioned that we chose Volvo for our bus, but I never told you why we chose Volvo. Volvo was founded here in Gothenburg 98 years ago. Now the company, some parts of the company are Chinese owned today. That only goes for cars. Buses and trucks are still Swedish. And Volvo has their main office here in Gothenburg up until this day. So now, coming up on our right hand side, I'll present to you a really important man for Swedish history. Yes, this is the man that you should be grateful for. The potatoes. This is the man that taught us Swedes that we can eat potatoes. I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, Jonas Alströmer, the potato king of Sweden. Jonas Alströmer, potatiskungen från Alingsås. Yes. Här har vi honom på höger sida. On your right hand side you see the statue of him. So here's the thing. In the middle of the 1600s, potatoes were brought here to Sweden, but we didn't realize that we could eat them. No, we were not very bright. So we only kept them as a decoration plant for our windows for the first 100 years. After 100 years as a decoration plant, that guy Jonas came along and said, you can actually eat those. So we are forever grateful for that man standing here in the middle of the city, very important man for Swedish history. Hur är vi tacksamma för Jonas Alströmer. Han uppfann också snuden, så vi har honom att tacka för mycket. To top things off, we are rolling up in front of the Gothenburg City Museum. It's being renovated currently. And right next to it, a yellow church here. This is the German church. As I mentioned earlier, German and Dutch engineers helped us building the city. The last thing they did before they left was to build a church of their own. If you're feeling a bit of Heimweh, you know where you can go. All the writings inside are in German. And we're rolling up alongside the square of Gustav Adolf II, founder of the city, 1621. And you see his statue here. He is pointing into the ground. This is how we believe he stood like when he was standing on top of a mountain, pointing into the ground, said his famous words, "Här ska staden ligga," which means here's where the city shall be. Before I let you off the bus, I'm going to tell you one last story, and this one is about our own company, about Ocean Bus, when it was founded. Picture this, 2014, Stockholm. I'm actually from Stockholm. But don't tell anyone, I have a reputation. Okay, good. So, we started off, and the name of the bus was not our dear Glenn. No, it was Estelle. That's an important name for the story. Remember Estelle? Before we started doing tours with this bus, we had to practice. But in nighttime, we didn't want people to see if we would mess things up. This led to some misunderstandings, because one night an old lady saw the bus in the water, panicked, she called the police, and screamed, "Help, there's a bus in the water, people are drowning, come quickly." So when we drove back on land, the police department, fire department, and the newspaper were waiting for us at the shore, taking lots of pictures of our bus, and we landed on the front page with a headline, "Amphibious Bus Disaster." Yeah, great start for a company, we thought. But 3 weeks later,